Friends, in today's video, I will show you the correct method for planting or transplanting tomato seedlings into pots, grow bags, or directly into the ground. If you plant your tomato seedlings using this technique, your plants will not only grow twice as fast but will also produce an abundance of fruits and flowers later on. A few days ago, I shared a detailed guide with you on how to prepare a healthy nursery for tomato plants, specifically, how to grow healthy seedlings from seeds. To achieve a high yield from any plant, it is absolutely essential to start with healthy seedlings. So, if you haven't seen that video yet, I encourage you to go and check it out. In that video, I explained how you can cultivate very healthy seedlings using a nursery-style approach. In today's video, I will demonstrate the proper way to transplant these tomato seedlings into pots, grow bags, or the ground. To plant your tomato seedlings, you should select a pot or grow bag that is at least 12 inches in size. If you use a container that is 16 inches or larger, you can plant more than one seedling in it. However, for 12-inch or 14-inch containers, you should plant only one seedling. This ensures that you achieve the maximum possible yield from your tomato plants. If you wish, just as I have done, you can also utilize discarded plastic containers or any other waste containers you have on hand for growing your plants. Now, regarding the soil mix for growing tomatoes, it must be extremely nutrient-rich and well-draining. In other words, the soil should be packed with essential nutrients while remaining very light and airy in texture. To achieve this, the potting mix ratio you should use is as follows: 50% normal garden soil and 30% either well-rotted cow dung manure, vermicompost, or kitchen waste compost. Additionally, if you mix in about 20% sand, or alternatively, cocoa peat, which is the fine dust derived from coconut husks, the soil will remain light and airy, while the potting mix itself will remain rich in nutrients. I prepared the soil here using a mixture of these three components. As you can see, the resulting soil, or potting mix, is incredibly light and crumbly. Now, before adding anything else to the container, the very first step is to lay down a 1 to 2 inch layer of soil at the bottom of whatever vessel you are using, be it a pot or a grow bag. Once you have added this 1 to 2 inch layer of soil, you can utilize dried leaves and kitchen waste generated in your home to help fill the container. By using these materials to fill the container, you will significantly reduce your need to apply additional fertilizers or compost later on. Therefore, you can use a generous amount of kitchen waste and dried leaves to fill the pot or container. This serves as a source of extra nutrition for the plant. After adding the dried leaves and kitchen waste, you should cover them with another layer of soil. When planting tomatoes, never fill the pot or grow bag right up to the brim. Instead, leave a gap of about 2 to 3 inches at the top. I will explain the benefit of doing this later on. Now that the container is filled with soil, you must very carefully remove the prepared seedling from its original container. Be extremely careful to ensure that the plant's roots do not get damaged or broken. If you water the pot a short while before attempting to remove the plant, it will slide out much more easily, and the roots are less likely to break in the process. As you can see, the resulting seedling is incredibly healthy, and its root system is remarkably robust. Now, to transplant the sapling, whether into a pot or directly into the ground, you need to dig a hole that is slightly deeper than usual. To ensure the plant grows twice as fast and develops in a robust, healthy manner, you will need to incorporate certain essential fertilizers and nutrients into the soil. So, the very first thing you should add is vermicompost. Why vermicompost? It stimulates rapid growth in the plant's root system, and, in turn, the faster the roots grow, the faster your plant will grow. What's next? Add approximately 1 teaspoon of Epsom salt to this mixture. The salt helps prevent the plant from suffering from transplant shock. Next, add 1 to 2 handfuls of vermicompost into this pit. Placing compost directly beneath the roots ensures that the plant begins receiving essential nutrients right from the start. Additionally, mix in 1 to 2 pinches of any fungicide to protect your plant from disease. Now, remove the lower leaves from the tomato plant. Friends, here is a crucial point. Roots can actually sprout from the stem, the main stalk, of a tomato plant. Therefore, whenever you plant a tomato, ensure that you plant it as deeply as possible. Specifically, you should bury the plant at least 1 to 2 inches deeper into the soil than where its original roots end. In other words, The tomato stem itself should extend 1 to 2 inches below the soil surface. If the plant is larger, you can even plant it 3 to 4 inches deep. The deeper you plant the tomato, the more extensive and robust its root system will become. And the healthier the roots of your tomato plant are, the faster and more vigorously the plant itself will grow. After transplanting the plant, firmly press down on the soil from above to ensure there are no air gaps or air pockets left within the soil. Now, water the plant thoroughly. If you transplanted the tomato plant by uprooting it, thereby disturbing its roots, place the container in a location where it receives absolutely no direct sunlight during the day. That is, keep it in a fully shaded area for 4 to 5 days. However, if you transplanted a seedling, for instance, from a tray, without disturbing the root ball or the surrounding soil, you can place it directly in the sunlight to continue growing. After 4 to 5 days, you can place the plant in full sunlight to continue its growth. Friends, the tomato plant is a very heavy feeder, meaning it requires a significant amount of nutrients to grow robustly and to produce an abundance of fruits and flowers. Therefore, as I mentioned earlier, you should always ensure that you prepare a highly nutrient-rich soil mix for it. Furthermore, when planting, if you mix a small amount of humic acid and vermicompost directly beneath the roots before placing the plant, it will grow twice as fast. This is because the plant will not suffer from any transplant shock, and its roots will develop very rapidly. In the next video, I will share with you how to care for your tomato plants, specifically, the best practices for their maintenance. Incidentally, I already have numerous videos related to tomato cultivation uploaded on my channel. Feel free to go and check them out if you wish. Additionally, if you are looking for top quality, superior hybrid seeds to maximize your tomato yield, I will include a link to them in the description below. You can visit that link to place your order for the seeds if you are interested. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you liked the video, even just a little bit, please be sure to give it a like. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Also, don't forget to press the bell icon so that you receive notifications for all upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.